Hi, and welcome to video 5, which is setting up your sales funnel machine. Now, in this particular video, it's basically about how to set up your sales funnel or how to set up your sales process. If you skip from video 4, which is creating your niche product or business tool, to video 6, which is marketing it, then you're going to have a lot of headaches in the long run. It's very important for you to set up your sales process first, or at least plan it and understand how to put all the pieces of the puzzle together first. Back in the day, I used to make the mistake of skipping from creating a product to marketing it because I wasn't a planner. But it's really not that hard, as you can see here. First, you're going to need to know, how are you selling it? Are you going to use a sales page? How are you selling it? Are you using salespeople? Recommended to use a sales page or some sort of video sales letter. Video sales letter is probably the best I would recommend. Then you need to know what you're going to use as a payment system. So the payment process. Then product delivery. How are you going to deliver that product after somebody pays? Software needed. What kind of software are you going to need? Support. How are you going to support? Are you going to hire people to support the product? Or are you going to start out supporting it first and then hiring people? Automation process. How are you going to automate this whole process, or at least semi-automate the process? My whole goal here is to get you to automate or semi-automate this process so that you spend less time on this process and you spend more time selling it or getting the product out there. Then tracking sales, an affiliate program, which you're going to need to track your affiliates and those who promote your product. Now, with some of you, some of your local businesses will not even have access to the internet, and some of them will not even have a website. Generally, I try to stay away from those niches because it's harder to sell to them. But if you choose to sell to them, then of course you're not going to be using any of this. You're going to just have to figure out how to sell it, how you're going to accept payment, how you're going to deliver products, and how you're going to do all of this without any of these softwares or things like that. But like I said, most of the people that don't have a website or don't even have an email or don't have access to the internet, they are generally people that are a lot more high maintenance. And I tell you this in advance just to let you know, because I've dealt with some people that don't have internet or still have dial-up. They generally are people that are a lot more high maintenance. And I don't like to deal with high maintenance niches. I want to deal with niches that I can help and make money from and are low maintenance. Low maintenance and high maintenance, what I mean by it is people that constantly call you on your phone, constantly bug you about stuff. And if you think about it, if they don't use email, they're going to call you, which is fine, but they're going to call you a lot. So that's just a tip right there. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you how to actually implement this stuff, now that you have understood the ideas and the concepts that go all into this. So I highly recommend that you use a video sales letter versus a written sales letter, and here's why. When you're dealing with offline local businesses, a lot of them don't really have the time to read a long, lengthy written sales letter. So if you create a video sales letter or a video of you talking directly to them, generally it's better to have face-to-face conversations with local businesses. Online business is a little different, but with offline businesses you might want to have video sales letter, but at the same time have a video sales letter with your face, with you talking directly to that person. Now, there are two scenarios with sales funnels that I want you to be aware of. The first scenario is that customer lands onto your site. They don't know a lot about your product and what you're offering. You haven't really talked to them about it, and you've just gotten them to get to your site. Or you had an affiliate, a coach or consultant forward some traffic to your site. They've recommended your product, but they the person doesn't actually know a lot about your product. So in this case, you want to take scenario number one, where you actually use a video sales letter to talk about your product. Now, I'm not going to move on yet. I'm just going to go from here to the video sales letter. If in case where your customer or you've talked to a local business owner about your product, they already know they want to buy it, then you want to create a different scenario or a different page where they land on your site and they go straight to the payment process, and you're not there to sell them on the using the video sales letter. So these are two scenarios that you may want to create. There are multiple other types of scenarios that you can create, but these are the two main ones when you're dealing with local businesses. Now, okay, after the video sales letter, then what? Then we move into the payment process, which is basically how are they going to pay for the product? Well, of course, you can use PayPal, but you may want to use something like a software. So you can use PayPal, you can use any other merchant account and things like that. But I would recommend you actually using a software and integrating it with PayPal or Authorize.net or some sort of merchant account. Merchant accounts are actually better when you're dealing with local businesses. PayPal, because I believe you do have to create an account. Unless somebody has a PayPal account, it's not as user-friendly. So AMember is a great piece of software. It allows you to product delivery, as far as product delivery goes, deliver the product quickly and easily to the customer. It also gives you great security features, as well as it integrates into a lot of different payment sites, and it's been around since the creation of membership site scripts. And of course, another thing that it offers is affiliate systems. So if you want to have tracking, if you want to have affiliates or anything like that, you want to track their sales, you can give the coaches, consultants, affiliates, or anything like anybody like that an affiliate link and to track it. That's the number one problem with a lot of offline businesses, is especially individual business owners. I've talked to gym owners and they've told me, people can refer so and so, but nobody gets a cut of a commission, and they don't know how to track it, things like that. So you got to realize a lot of offline businesses are technically handicapped. So that's just something to keep in mind. But as far as membership script goes, AMember Professional is one of the best membership softwares out there. If you don't want to pay $179, you can go with DL Guard, which is another great membership script. And it's a lot cheaper, as you can see here. Alright, I think the price looks like it went up a bit. That's $147 and AMember is $179. If that's the case, I would recommend AMember over DL Guard. Now, if you don't want to spend the extra $50, you can spend it on DL Guard, but I don't know if DL Guard offers an affiliate payment program or tracking system. I've used DL Guard before. That was about 2 or 3 years ago. Nanocast is another great system, and it's actually, if you use Nanocast, you don't need to use AMember Pro. And Nanocast is not really advertised in the market a lot, so you may not have heard of this, but Nanocast is very, very good, and especially in terms of creating little membership sites or little sales funnels and automate that process. In fact, I've used Infusionsoft before, and Infusionsoft, you're paying a lot of money. It's about $300 or more per month. With Nanocast, you're only paying either from $97 to $147. The difference between these two is the CNAME. Okay, for example, Nanocast is the one that is going to host your software, your tracking, and all that, everything like that. So it's going to host basically the software. With the viral one, you basically, every time somebody pays through your system, they're going to see the Nanocast name. But if you don't want that, you want like the private label version, you can go with this version. And let's say you create a membership site. People, when they order, they're going to see your membership site. So there's no links that are going back to Nanocast. And that's pretty much it. But there's a lot of other features as well. What I like about Nanocast, for your sake, is that they have a sales funnel automation here. They've got one-click upsells and downsell automation. You can't find one-click upsells in PayPal or any other membership script. One-click upsells are basically, let's say that you offer the local business a product. You're selling them a product. Then you have an upsell that might be in addition to that product. Maybe they can get support for half off, or they can get a certain service for half off. One-click upsells are important because guess what happens? They buy the product. Then if they're using PayPal, then they have to re-enter all their credit card information. Now with one-click upsells, once they've entered their credit card information, they're presented with your one-time offer or second one-time offer. All they have to do is click a button, and then their card will be charged automatically. It makes it easy for the customer, but it also increases your sales. And if you can provide a one-time offer, then do it, because that's where a lot of your sales will come from, is your one-click or your upsells, your downsells, or your one-time offers. So definitely check out Nanocast. That's a great site to use. Now let's move on to support. You're going to need to support your customers. So that's where I go back over here. And then after they go to the payment process, the product is delivered by either Nanocast, a member, or Deal Guard. And then we have support, which is training videos or support, which is basically you're going to show people how to use your product. If it's a software, you need to have thorough videos on how to use the software or how to integrate it. Or maybe you can even disregard the training videos and say, hey, I'll set up the software all for you, and then you just have a support, and you have you go over there and you actually implement the software. So depending on your situation, you can tweak the sales process. Now, as in terms of support and training videos, I would recommend that you use Camtasia. If you don't know what that is, it's a screen capture video software, which is what I'm using right now to record this video, so you can see what's happening on my screen. Now, if you don't want to invest $300 into a Camtasia Studio software, you can use ScreenR.com, which is another site. It's completely free. You can record it on both your Macintosh or PC. Actually, Camtasia actually offers Macintosh and PC. But there are some limitations with ScreenR, but ScreenR is a little slimmed down version of Camtasia. In terms of supporting your customers, you do need to have support in place, whether you use email or a help desk. A good help desk software would be pearldesk.com. If you choose to use email, the problem with email is that you have a lot of emails, that email addresses that you have to check. Now, back in the day when I didn't know about centralization and what I'll talk about in just a minute, back in the day I used to check 4 or 5 different emails every hour. If you think about that, it's a very time-consuming process, and it doesn't need to happen. You can centralize it. So if you have 4 or 5 different products, 4 or 5 different emails, you can centralize it all into your Gmail account. I love Gmail because you can do that. I've tried it with Yahoo, haven't had much success. But with Gmail, I've had a lot of success. So let me show you what I mean. If I go to Gmail and I go to Settings, and then I go to Accounts and Import, Alright, so once I go to accounts and import, you'll notice that I have several different email addresses from different products. So taken from this, all I have to do is add a POP3 email account. So if you add a POP3 email account, all you have to do is add the email address. Of course, after that, you just have to verify. What I mean by verify is Gmail will send some sort of text or anything to this email address, and then all you have to do is verify that you are indeed that account owner. Now POP3, you do need the settings for that, so if you don't understand all of this, which is fairly simple, you can always contact your web hosting company. Once you've set up the POP3, which is basically what Gmail is going to do, is every hour it's going to check those email addresses, and then when new emails come in, then it's all going to fall into your Gmail account, which is what I like. So once you've set up that, then you can set up right here. Once you created an email, then you need to create an email up here. Basically what this is going to do is you're going to enter your name, your email that you just set up just now, and then go through this process. And what this will allow you to do is, if I go up to the top and I compose, let's say, an email, then I can, the from area, I can say from so and so. So somebody sends to, let's say, this email here. Then when I reply to that email, it's going to come from this email address here. So that's just some nifty tips that I wanted to show you that will save you lots of time, especially if you have 5 to 10 products. You start adding those products after product, then it's going to get confusing. And it's best to have an email address for each domain name, because it looks more professional that way, and when somebody contacts you, it's all centralized in your Gmail account, so it makes life a lot easier. So there you have it. You got your scenarios and your different sales funnels. Of course, you could have another sales funnel if you had like an affiliate program, affiliate tracking. So the affiliate sends the referral, then your tracking software, whether it's Nanocast or AMember Pro, tracks it. In terms of affiliate tracking, I would recommend, if you do use AMember Pro, to use something like ClickBank. But Nanocast is probably best, just because I found that AMember Pro's affiliate tracking is not always the best tracking. They're made for mainly a membership script, not for their affiliate tracking. In fact, I wouldn't use their site if I were to use affiliate tracking. I would integrate it with something like ClickBank or Pay.com. And then customer lands on its site, and all the other things happen, and they fall into place. Now, in terms of uploading, one thing you might get stuck in is product delivery. Basically, okay, once you have the product and you've zipped it up, how do you upload it to your site? Well, I would recommend a FTP program called FileZilla.com. or FileZilla. It's a free FTP solution. I found that it's been one of the best FTP clients that I've used. So all you have to do is take the zip file, download FileZilla, and then log into your domain name or website. And to do that, if you have any problems, contact your web hosting company. They should provide you with the FTP login information. All you have to do is log in to that site and then upload the files, and you're going to get whatever file or folder you upload to. You can get that link, and then provided that you're using AMember, DealGuard, or Nanocast, all you have to do is enter that as your thank you URL. As far as security goes and product delivery goes, all that is automated with these pieces of software. So just so you understand how it all works, from these 3 different scenarios, you should be able to set up your system fairly easy. Now, when you're dealing with offline businesses, these three scenarios would probably be the best. Depending if you use an affiliate system or not. If you don't use affiliate system, then it's these top two here. But I don't know why you would not use an affiliate system, because if you want others to promote your product without you having to go out there and promote it, then you definitely want to have this scenario right here. And that's it. I know it looks complicated, but it really is not. Just use a step-by-step process and you'll get it all right.